You ready?
Rolling.
Pew! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Anna V and this is Robbie Lamb. And this video is how I prepare for local BJJ, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournaments. Of the intro. I don't have an intro. All right, so today we're going to talk about how I prepare for local Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournaments. That could be anything. It can be your IBJJF. It can be your Jiu-Jitsu World League. It can be your submission grappling, Third Coast, whatever. Doesn't matter. Whatever tournament. They are all relatively the same. There are some nuances with this other smaller ones where perhaps the scoring is a little bit different, but for the most part, you show up and you fight. That's the point. Training. How often do you train? How often do you train no gi or gi? So preparing for tournaments, I try to train as much as possible every day if you can. Bobby and I have a newborn baby. He's 4 months. As of tomorrow, he'll be 4 months. So it's really hard to train every day because somebody has to watch the baby. So if you have kids, maybe training every day is not the best. How I prepared for this last tournament for Houston Open, I trained 3 times a week. Monday at noon, Wednesday at noon, Friday in the evening. I also did yoga every other day, and I incorporated some light weight training. Whenever I do weight training, I like to do it every other day. So if I'm sore, I have a day to recover. The week before the actual tournament, I take it pretty easy. I do nothing but flow rolls. We're never going to get through this video. I do nothing but flow rolls, and it's all fun and games. We play games at the gym, and we take it really easy. We keep it stress-free, hop in the sauna if we're not good on weight. But typically, that's how I like to train. Try every day, but if you can't, at least 3 times a week, incorporating some light bit of weight training and yoga in my practice. So jiu-jitsu and yoga are my yin and yang. If ever I'm sore in jiu-jitsu, I will incorporate back the yoga and help with the flexibility and the mobility. I would say the yoga has helped incredibly with my guard game. Being able to shoot up triangles and play open guard confidently is because of my yoga. All right, so it's the day of. You've trained, you've cut weight, you're ready. It's the day of the tournament. How do I get ready? Well, I wake up, I grab a little brush, I put on makeup. I just do my lashes. I don't put on base. I really do put on makeup so that I can feel confident for some reason, it just makes me feel really good when I have my lashes done and I'm ready for. Obviously, you don't have to wear makeup to go to a tournament. And I do my hair. If you have long hair, I braid my hair, I drink coffee, and I set up my bag. So the whole morning, I'm resting, I'm hanging out with Robbie Lamb, I'm getting ready to pack my bag, and we'll go over what I pack in my bag on the day of, because some things are really beneficial to have in your bag, especially if this is your first tournament and you don't know what to expect. So let's hop over to my gym bag. We're rolling. All right, what are we packing in our tournament bag today? 2 gis. 2. Why 2? Because I love holding heavy crap. Just kidding. Because 1 gi may not pass and the other gi may. So I always recommend wearing or bringing 2 gis. 1 gi. Sometimes I even know people who weigh in with a gi and then they sneak into the bathroom and change gis. Don't tell anybody I said that. Uh, but always bring two gis because your first gi may not pass inspection. So, example, this past weekend I fought at the IBJJ of Houston local jiu-jitsu tournament, and my sleeves almost didn't pass. Luckily, I had a second gi. I was able to stretch out the sleeves and was able to pass. So if you don't, obviously we don't have the measurement at home. So a good rule of thumb is using your four fingers to place inside the sleeve all the way to your forearm to measure if that distance is good. Um, Again, rules and regulations for each tournament are different, but I always pack two gis. So this is my gi one. I'll put it in my gym bag. And then also what I'm wearing, I will always wear short booty shorts and some kind of pants on top. And then also my sports bra. For women, you can wear a rash guard, but for men, you cannot wear a rash guard underneath your gi while competing. This is my second gi. And make sure if you're packing a second gi that it's also rule regulated. This Maeda gi, this specific Maeda gi is not competition appropriate because on me, the gi comes up right underneath my knees. It's very short. It's a very cheater gi. And the sleeves end about where my elbows are. So this is just an example of what not to bring, but always do bring two gis. So I pack a baby, I pack two gis, boom. I'm ready for competition. You ready, baby? I'm just kidding. The next thing I pack is at the tournament, the entire day. I'm doing lots of yelling, I'm help coaching, I'm cheering, I'm supporting. So I always extra cough drops for me, for my coach, so that tomorrow I'm not feeling it. Because honestly, my voice is always gone at the end of tournament. So I always bring cough drops and something to hydrate yourself afterwards, because my goodness, there's usually, post-COVID now, there's no concession stands there. Lately I've seen acai bowls there only, and you can't live off of acai bowls. So just bringing water and maybe some snacks to hold you over until you eat. Masks, wear your mask. Typically, I bring two belts. I only have this one right now, my other belt's being washed. Because the belt, if it's frayed or if it weighs too much, you can always exchange your belt out. The belt also has to be a specific length whenever you're wearing the belt. So being really mindful of bringing two gis and two belts and making sure that your competition gi can pass. As for patches and for sponsorships, you'll have to read the rules and regulations of that specific tournament that you're at to know where your patches can go. And you definitely need your ID. Does not matter if it's your IBJJF card or whatever, your driver's license, your identification card. If you're not driving, some sort of identification, because that's how they check you in. So your wallet, your identification goes in the bag, and then last but not least, a charger. Imagine there was a USB block here. So a charger too, because you're going to want to film your friends, you're going to want to film yourself perhaps, fighting, trying to see the holes in your game. So that's what I pack in my tournament bag. And if you're watching this, maybe you want some combat candy. Before I fight, I eat some Snickers. So I'll stop by a gas station and I'll pick up some Snickers and put that in my bag, and then I'm ready for the day. Well, thank you guys for tuning in and going over our bag of what we bring to tournament on tournament days. If you have any other cool things in your bag, comment below, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.